everybody, we are back with another episode of Golden Knight 29 Productions. Today's episode is the first episode of a 3-part series I'm doing on a Disney theory. It is completely unbunkable to this, as we speak. This theory has been confirmed, it's true, and I'm going to explain it in a 3-part series. Alrighty. Let's begin about this. It is known as it is about a overarching Disney Parks universe on the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Now, the very first meeting of it was in the 1500s within this storyline in Porto Paradiso, Italy, and everything involving that is in the Mediterranean harbor area of Tokyo Disney Sea. That's where a lot of stuff related to the sea is. And today we're going to go over a few of the members of Sea in this episode. So the first one we've got here is Harrison Hightower III. Now, Harrison Hightower III, his brother George Hightower, was the last husband of Constance Hatchway that you see in the Haunted Mansion in that last painting in the attic. That is Harrison Hightower's younger brother, which puts the Haunted Mansion in canon with this. Anyway, back to Harrison Hightower. He was a crucial member of Sea. His mansion, he was born in New York in the 1830s. His mansion is on the American waterfront of New York City, which he expanded into Hotel Hightower, which is the Tower of Terror in Tokyo Disney Sea. Completely original storyline. That's why, if I go to Tokyo Disney Sea, that's one of the rides I'm very much looking forward to. Now, Harrison Hightower was not like any of the other members of Sea that we're going to go over today. While the other members of Sea loved to share their artifacts amongst members of Sea and amongst the people, Harrison Hightower hoarded his and put his collection as decorations in his mansion and in his hotel. One day, he stole an idol from this tribe in the Congo of Africa. The idol is known as the Shiriki Ndutu, and on New Year's Eve of 1899, he had a party to show his collection to everybody, and he had a press conference. People were asking, oh, is the idol cursed? He's like, nope, and then he ended the press conference. So he goes into his elevator with the idol, goes up to go to his penthouse. Weird stuff happens, the idol's curse comes to life, and the elevator drops, and Hightower did not survive. The elevator plummeted straight into the basement. His body was never recovered, and even in the queue you can see the elevator cords frayed inside that shaft with the doors damaged and opened up. Now, next one we're going to go over is Lord Henry Mystic. He is a really good member of the Sea. When he was young, he was exploring the wilderness of Papua New Guinea, and he discovered a really nice nature area, and he had help from the natives and built his home there, Mystic Manor, of course. During the construction of the mansion, he found a baby monkey, and he named it Albert. So now, years later, Mystic Manor, yeah, Disney Hong Kong, that's where Mystic Manor is. So the ride, Lord Henry Mystic, he's going to give you a tour of his house. Well, not really a tour of his house, but his house is in line with all of his collections. He has a whole bunch of exhibits and stuff inside of his house that he wants to show you. So you start out in the sorting room, and then Albert here is looking at this artifact. It's some type of music box. He opens it, and the whole house comes to life. It's like, I watched a video of the whole ride. It was pretty much what I thought. I was like, oh, it's Night at the Museum, the ride. Now, the next member we're going to go over Barnabas T. Bullion. Now, he was the founder of the Big Thunder Mining Company in Tumbleweed. Locals had egged him not to dig there, but he digged there anyway, and a great flood went over and pretty much destroyed all the town. Our next member we are going to go over is Mary Oceaneer. Mary Oceaneer is a good sailor, and that's why she was of key use of delivering artifacts across the world for them. I don't know if that's true, but that's just my extra theory I'm adding on to this. Mary Oceaneer was sailing, and a rogue storm had overcome her ship, and it wrecked on a tropical island, Typhoon Lagoon. And the ride, Misadventure Falls, is pretty much sliding through. You see all these artifacts that she had on her ship, and she got shipwrecked there. Now we are going to forget the last thing. Just ignore that. Albert Falls. So our next member is Albert Falls. Albert Falls is the founder of the Jungle Navigation Company, or as we know it as the Jungle River Cruise Company, or whatever, yeah. So he was known for his good navigation of the rivers of the world and his sense of humor, and he discovered the front side of water, or Schweitzer Falls, and the back side of water, as that joke. And the Skipper Canteen in Disney World in Adventureland is also in canon. It was his home that he raised his granddaughter in. And actually, one of the dining areas is the Secret Sea meeting room. And there's a bunch of sea-related stuff there. Now, there is even more stuff. There's even references in the United States. There's a restaurant in Disney World that we're going to go over in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell so that you get up to date for next week's episode, which is going to be part 2. I might even have another video today that I'll quickly think up of. I'll be uploading weekly, and I'll discuss that in a video too. So, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.